Thanks for watching us tonight. Is our political system rigged? That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. With 2 weeks left in perhaps the nastiest presidential race in history, many Americans just want the whole thing to end. But Donald Trump has raised the specter of a fixed election. He says the system is rigged. Bernie Sanders also said that.
We will no longer tolerate an economy and a political system that has been rigged by Wall Street to benefit the wealthiest Americans in this country at the expense of everyone else.
Senator Sanders putting forth that big money controls voting patterns as well as the marketplace. Sanders, by the way, got hosed by his own party because many of the so-called super delegates were locked in for Hillary long before Sanders started hurting her in the primary. So that primary system for the Democrats was rigged for sure against Sanders. Donald Trump sees the rigged thing a bit differently, believing that the left-leaning media combined with suspect voting patterns is how the political system is rigged. So let's look at the facts. With more than 100 million Americans voting, it is virtually impossible for the actual vote tally to be rigged. However, a Pew study says that there are serious problems involving voter registration. Is it legal? We'll take a hard look at that in just a few moments. On the media front, there's no question Americans are not getting objective reporting, generally speaking. That's because so many journalists are committed to the left. So many Republicans and conservative candidates faced rigged coverage. Also, there's growing evidence that our justice system has been compromised, and because Hillary Clinton's right in the middle of that, a case can be made that the election had been rigged in her favor by investigative authorities. A very powerful Wall Street Journal editorial today lays it out. Quote, evidence keeps turning up, suggesting that the FBI probe into Hillary Clinton's emails was influenced by political favoritism and double standards, unquote. The latest is the number 2 man in the FBI, Andrew McCabe. His wife, Dr. Jill McCabe, received close to $700,000 from a close friend of Hillary Clinton's Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe. Dr. McCabe was running for the state Senate in Virginia. A McAuliffe-controlled PAC gave her the money. She lost the election anyway. Now, at the time, Hillary Clinton was being investigated by the FBI, and Andrew McCabe was involved in that investigation. So McCabe should have recused himself. If your wife is getting $675,000 from one of Hillary Clinton's closest friends, you don't investigate Hillary Clinton. The appearance of corruption is staggering. Talking Points is not saying there is corruption, but the optics are awful, and FBI Director James Comey had to know that. If you combine the McCabe stuff we just told you about with Comey not calling for a grand jury and basically giving Secretary Clinton every benefit of every doubt, again, you have the appearance of impropriety. So it's no surprise that many Americans, including Mr. Trump, believe the system is rigged. Did I mention Attorney General Loretta Lynch meeting with Bill Clinton during the investigation? I mean, come on. Again, the vote cannot be possibly rigged 2 weeks from tonight. And Mr. should accept whatever happens at that vote unless there's compelling evidence of corruption. Undermining our electoral system is not a patriotic thing. But overall, if you don't think the federal political and justice system has severe problems, you are living in the land of Oz.